We live in a world where content is always in demand. Oh, by the way, I shaved my beard. Nice to see you guys again. I don't have a second monitor, but I am trying the approach of doing one monitor. And in this video, I'm going to do not a gaming video. I'm going to try and do a Photoshop video. I did one before, but OBS doesn't like me. So this ended up happening in the previous video where Jimmy Carr... This isn't Photoshop work. I copied an image from the internet of Jimmy Carr. I put it into Photoshop because I had to save the image. I put it into Photoshop, and then this is what happened. Already my computer did a better job at photoshopping him, making him into a Smurf, than I could doing Shrek. Let me show you Shrek over here. This is what I did. That video. It doesn't look superb, but I tried to at least merge the skin color with the body and try and work from that. And then I put the swamp in the background. It does look slightly pixelated, so I put a blur over it. So that summarizes the video. It was actually pretty boring considering I did a lot of flaws and mistakes. Let's hope that in this video we don't end up doing that. Let's see, what do we got? What do we got? What is going on in that noggin of yours? What are the suggestions? Ooh, I got an idea. Alright, so this isn't going to be like a funny image. This is going to be... So we're going to try and get some sort of image. You know what? Even though this image isn't 4K, I'm willing to go the notch of making this work. We're just going to copy this image into a normal high definition template. We should have our definition template. So what we want now is a whirlpool. But we want this to look as environmentally static. We want it to be perfect. We want it to actually look like it's actually twirling. Because I could just go distort, I could do a twirl, I could put it right about here, I could increase the craziness. And there we go. We have a whirlpool. That was a bit too much. Okay, so something like this. This doesn't have the same coloration. It's got a bunch of fish, so it adds dynamic. So what I'm thinking is something more along the lines. Now that is pretty. Something like this. That's what we're looking for. We just don't have the whole image. We want it to look like a whirlpool. We don't want to look like it's boring. We want it to look huge, stunning. Okay, something like this. That might work. You know, that actually looks pretty good. With this, it obviously doesn't blend well with the ocean, but we can work with that. But what we're going to do is we're going to try and merge this into the image here. We're going to, before we do that, actually, I might just give it a bit of a coloration, just so that it blends in more with the ocean. It's not deep dark blue, but we can work with that. So we're going to, first of all, erase all of this. Just because whatever we erase, we can bring back instead of just getting the eraser tool, and we can get rid of it in increments. You know, with that kind of size, I guess it works, doesn't it? I want to have like a boat trying to escape it as well. It sort of merges in. Let's add a bit of like roughage, you know, around the edges. We want it to look like the water's breaking apart. Insert image. Get the eraser tool just to get rid of, like, there's that foam stuff, but we want it to look more, you know, just the roughness. That's the thing that's being implemented. So you see, it's crashing up. Like, we want it to be like working well. Transform, and then we're gonna warp it. There we go. And so we'll just be able to rotate it that way. Let's bring this back into transform again. Let's warp it. Let's bring that bit back there. There we go. Lovely. And now we have our sort of precipice, our entering. So now we're going to click on that. I'm going to give it, it has the same thing as previous images. Let's just make it, you know, blend. We don't kind of want that anymore. It does look slightly weird. The thing is that it's got a boat sinking into it. We're gonna put a boat. Should we put the boat in now? I think we've done a lot of work on this photo, this thing right now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna select. It doesn't merge well, but compared, we've done all the merging with this image, but it looks small because of the ripples. But if we look at here, you can see that the Titanic has a lot more scale. It still does feel a lot smaller than what the Titanic would probably look like. Maybe. But let's at least try and modify this image right here. I think I've done a pretty good job with it so far, and it's been a long recording. I've been recording for 1 hour and 15 minutes. I think this is pretty good. In terms of, if we got the original image, oh god, with the waves crashing in, it does look very smudgy, like water just flushed on the camera. But yeah, that's our image. That's our Photoshop image right there. I'm probably gonna add a few titles and stuff and all that for the thumbnail. But yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. That is how I Photoshop. It's not a professional job, but to my ability at the moment, that was pretty good. I could improve this much more if I had 2 hours of my time. But yeah, thank you guys. This was really interesting to see my skill level at Photoshop. Yeah, thank you guys. And this is Divey.